Hello, YouTube pedal nerdillas.
Oh, right. For the female watchers. What's her name? Caroline.
Yeah, Caroline.
Hi, Caroline.
The girl with the little flower.
With the flowers. With the Gänseblümchen. Is it a Gänseblümchen?
The Gänseblümchen girl.
Margarita. I don't know. Whatever.
She's nice enough, and when people ask questions, she takes work away from me and saves me time by actually answering them, which is just the nicest freaking thing in the world.
Way to go.
And I like it when, more women watch my channel because there's no reason why only guys have to play electric guitar.
That's true.
Yeah.
I agree.
So, we're here with the Walrus Audio Luminary, which is a Pog type thing. Do you know what a Pog type thing is?
No.
Okay. Electroharmonics made this box called the Pog. It has little Schieberegler, little sliders, where you can add in digitally generated 2 octaves lower, 1 octave lower, an octave higher, and 2 octaves higher. And those octaves, polyphonic.
Poly means many.
Yes. So it's not just one note that you can play. It's not an octave like on a bass octave pedals. You can only play one note at a time, which for bass is fine. In many octave pedals, you can only play one note at a time. As soon as you play 2, the pedal doesn't know which note it's supposed to pitch. Now the Pog is polyphonic, which means you can play chords on it. Yeah, come on, listen to me. I know it's late.
I'm listening.
And come on, let's have some pomegranate here. So it's a polyphonic octave generator.
No, I'm not thirsty. Thank you.
Okay, well then I have the good Arizona pomegranate juice. And you can make these octaves come in later than the original signal. So you have an attack, meaning they fade in. And then you could also filter them instead of making them very bright, because those high octaves might be you can filter them to make them rounder. And that can create organ type sounds, because an organ essentially is just octaves and also thirds and stuff stacked on top. But it sounds organy and or organized.
It wasn't funny, I'm just tired.
It was, come on. And so you could do that. It's a very popular pedal. It's expensive as hell. Over $350 or something, which led to the Pog Nano, Pog Mini, Pog whatever, tons of little Pogs. None of them actually giving you the control of the normal Pog. Now, what Walrus Audio has created here essentially is everything the Pog is, with one difference. Your dry signal doesn't get affected by the attack. On the original Pog, you can say whether your dry signal also fades in and also gets filtered. Your dry signal here never gets anything done to it. It's smaller and the build quality is a shitload higher.
Okay.
So an Electroharmonics Pog is nice, but it feels wibbly wobbly. Not so good. This is super nice quality and it's relatively small, so you're not wasting a lot of pedal board space. The original Pog also has presets, which this has, so there really isn't a major difference other than, according to Walrus, the processing power, and they're saying this tracks better and it generally sounds better. Who knows? I guess we have to.
You have to.
We have to know.
You have to know.
You can't follow me at all anymore.
I'm so tired. I got about half of what you just said. Just gonna watch the video.
Would you rather have me do this by myself?
I think
It's been a long day.
that it would make sense if you do this by yourself, because otherwise it'll just be like so many comments saying, she looks bored, she doesn't want to be there, she looks scared.
Well, go lie down.
I'm gonna go to sleep now. Thanks for having me here, Henning, people, guys, and Caroline, and whichever other woman watches the channel. I'm gonna go to sleep now. I'm so sorry.
So here's the crazy setup. Because these types of pedals also get used with bass, we're also checking it with bass. Here's my setup. Follow me. I have the amazing Baruman Quilty. That's a beautiful guitar. Come on. So we're going to use Quilty. And I'm going into the Pinnacle Deluxe for some drive, Pinnacle Deluxe from Wampler, into the Luminary. Actually, I should probably have the Luminary and then into the Pinnacle. That would make more sense. Wait a second. So, I'm going into the Luminary, which changes my pitch. That goes into the Pinnacle Deluxe for some drive. And for those nice soundscapes, I'm actually going into a Strymon DIG, which is one of my favorite delays, into a Mad Professor Silver Spring Reverb. That then is going into the orange Amp Detonator AB switch, so that I can switch the whole signal chain over to the Darkglass Vintage Ultra, which is the most amazing bass DI pedal that I know, which is then going into a separate track in my DAW for the bass part of this demo. So bear with me, people. And that the guitar stuff is going into the Vox AC30 right there head, which is then going into the Torpedo Studio. So here's my clean signal. Let's go single coil, why not? So the controls are fairly simple. I have bypass and I have preset. Now preset, let me explain this to you. It has 4 states. Red preset, green preset, blue preset, and no preset. At no preset, it goes into live mode and will take over wherever the knobs are set, which is nice. So you can set the knobs as a 4th preset, but it's never saved. That no preset mode, that live mode, will always go and show you the position or sound you the position of the knobs. Dry wet is clear. Okay. You have the attack, how fast are coming the octaves in. You have the filter, how are they being filtered. You have the flutter, which is a tremolo effect that only applies to the octaves. And then you have -2 octaves, -1 octave, +1, and +2. Very, very simple. So let's stay in live mode. And we're going to go one by one. No attack, no filter, no flutter. Oh, that works. Of course, down there, we're going to have problems with low interval limits. If you don't know what that is, please look it up. These low chords will simply sound like ass. Actually, that doesn't. Weird. +1 octave for that kind of 12-stringy sound. But it sounds filtered. Ah, we're gonna see what I know, nothing. There we go, that's that 12-stringy sound. Obviously the top 2 strings wouldn't be octavized, but who cares? 2 octaves up. We could probably get some really killer lead tones a la Satriani, who used like the 1 or 2 octaves up on the Digitech whammy. Actually, let me try to get that happening right away. All the way wet. Some bats just fell off their rocker. Actually, I did this with single coil. Holy crap. That's crazy cool. But moving on. Now, of course, you can mix in as much as you want for your organy type sounds. Or only the guitar, which means you don't need the pedal. Oh, damn it! Here we go, live mode. So now I want to filter those high octaves a little bit. And now I want to bring him in slower. Can't really do all the way slow, huh? And now we'll bring some movement into them with the flutter knob. Which the Pog doesn't have. So all we need now is some dig, some spring, and let the fun begin. And now the Pinnacle Deluxe. Crazy cool sounds. You could of course also attack down, filter up, flutter down, 50-50, octave. You could do some really cool, heavy-ass shit. 2 octaves lower. The possibilities are nearly endless. Let's see what the presets are that we have here. Wow. Next preset. The green. Wow. Okay, we have an expression input. I'm using a source audio expression pedal. Kiana usually uses that, but Kiana's dead. So let's see what that does. Actually, I do not know. I don't know. I can't tell you. Right now it's not doing anything really. So you can clearly see there's a million things you could do with this thing. I'm gonna try one more thing just for like a nice pad thing. Really crazy cool. So let's see, we're gonna switch over. Now the signal chain is the same, we're just going into the Darkglass Vintage Ultra, which Sounds like so. Have a tiny bit of drive on it, and it's just an amazing pedal. A little bit bubbly, a little bit wobbly, a little bit funky. Well, that's different. Again, well, we dial it up, flood it down, dry weight 50-50, all these things down. Here's 2 octaves a little below. X is here. So, 1 octave. Now the octave comes in a little bit later. I don't know why, but that is fun as hell. I can see a lot of uses for this for bass. Kiana, what do you think?
Sounds great.
Sounds great?
No, it sounds really, really good. I mean, I wasn't actively listening because I was more sleeping, but what I heard sounded really good. Probably no one can hear what I'm saying.
No, she says it sounds like ass. She says what she heard while she was sleeping sounded really, really good. Well, I think the flutter really adds something nicely moving, something wibbly wobbly. Compared to the Pog, it feels tighter. It feels as if there's the tracking is better. It's more stable. It's not so glitchy. It is a much smaller package, and let me show you something. Walrus actually improved the 9-volt, because on the previous pedals, it was just a hole in the chassis with a little rubber ring that always fell out, and now they made a super high-end 9-volt connector right there, which is very, very nice. It's a very, how do I say, it's a compact pedal. It does a great job. Here's something that I don't get. I have good-ass power supplies. Obviously, Walrus Audio makes some very nice power supplies. The Phoenix and the Ethos, very good power supplies. Right now, to test it on the table, what I have in front of me is the Strymon Zoomer. That's hot shit, okay? That's 8 outputs with 500 milliamps. Super good power supply. It doesn't power it. This light turned on and that's it. It didn't work. What? You can't power this with a Strymon Zoomer? What the fuck? Then I took a little wall wart from MXR that came with I think the Reverb, the MXR Reverb, 9-volt, 600 milliamp. Didn't power it. Didn't work. So something is up, and it can't be powered with everything. Right now, the only one that I had handy to power it was the Chuck's DC5 with a 300 milliamp output. I used that, worked fine. But I would assume if I have a Zoomer, if I have a very expensive Zoomer from Strymon, I would assume I can just buy this box and it works. And I find out what? So that's uncool. Walrus, please find out what's up with that. Other than that, if you're looking for those atmospheres that just live because of the flutter and the filter, of those womply, flonkly, blonkly bass sounds, those organic textures, or just fattening a little bit with a lower octave for kind of even 70s-y kind of overdriven, maybe fuzzy sounds, the possibilities are endless. It's not more expensive than a Pog. It's smaller. I think the build quality is higher. It has, I would say, they're not far apart in terms of what they are. But I don't feel like I need a Pog because I have a Luminary. And I think it's a tiny bit better. I also would rather put this on my pedal board because it's smaller and it has this both soft clicky switches. I think on the Pog, I'm not sure, but I think there's a dial to dial in the presets. It has more presets, but I think you have to dial them in. Here you have a foot switch. So try them both, see which one floats your boat. Links to all the products mentioned, if I can even remember them when I'm editing this, in the description below, as is a link to my Patreon channel. Please support me if you can. And now, Kiana, some animals? I mean, X was already in here, but we're going to look at some more. Mm-hmm. Bye-bye.